Tell us a little bit about what your company does and how you've moved your services, essentially, or your operations from India to Silicon Valley in the last few years.
Thank you for having me, Rish. And Freshworks is a customer engagement software company. We help businesses engage better with their customers across the entire life cycle of the customer, across sales, marketing, support, and customer success. So we started the company in 2010, October, in India, Chennai. And we were international from day one. When we had 6 customers, they came from 4 different continents. So as the company grew to 100 million and beyond, we realized that the opportunity is big for us to build a global tech product company. And there are only very few companies who have done that. And we wanted to go to where all the action is and be closer to our biggest market and to our customers. And so I personally moved to the US 2 years ago. And today, Freshworks has customers in more than 150 countries. We have offices in 13 countries, but I say it because of the pandemic, we actually work from 3,500 offices. Everybody's working from home. But I'm now personally based in Chennai. In San Francisco.
Okay. Girish, so give us a sense of how the pandemic affected you and how you were able to grow so much in 2020.
So I think like most businesses, we started off with very ambitious growth plans, and Q1 was really off to a great start. We hit our numbers, and then, as we all know, like most businesses, Q2 was like a real, what should I say? So an unknown quarter as we stepped into it. I think what we did was because the world was becoming very uncertain in Q2, we decided to stay and do what is right by our customers. So we actually ended up giving a lot of COVID concessions to our customers. We also made sure that we had a no one left behind strategy. So where we did not lay off a single employee. We took care of all of our vendors. So we decided that as a company, we will make sure that we stand by our stakeholders. Q2 was really, there's good news and bad news, where the good news was customers kept coming, new business kept coming, but the bad news was a lot of existing customers and travel and hospitality were impacted, and we were also giving concessions. So Q2 was almost like a treadmill where we were running hard but standing at the same place. But I think Q3 bounced back really well. I think what we saw is COVID really accelerated digital transformation. Customers realized, or businesses realized, that they have to engage with their customers through digital channels when nobody was coming physically. So I think whether it's e-commerce, whether it's education or fintech or consumer companies, everybody started looking to engage with their customers digitally. And that is the kind of products that we offer at Freshworks. So helping businesses engage with their customers. So we saw acceleration in Q3. It became the historic best quarter. Yeah, and we ended up with a better Q4 also.
Oh, absolutely, and you know, a lot of those trends accelerated through the pandemic. So tell us about you know, your business imperative now.
So I think we are in a very strong position as a company. As we just announced on Bloomberg, we crossed $300 million of subscription revenue. We are also growing north of 40%, and we're looking to accelerate. And as we look at, even from a capital standpoint, we don't really need money. We haven't touched the last round of funding that we raised last year in January. So I think it's heads down execution for us right now to keep the growth going, to keep our focus on customers, on digital transformation going. So that's where we are at.
Girish, give us a sense of your strategy, how you're competing against traditional digitization services providers.
Yeah, I think broadly there are 2 strategies. One, we help businesses truly understand their customers better, right? And how do we do that? If you think about it, today software buying is happening in silos. Like you have sales teams buying their own software, marketing teams buying something else, and support teams buying something else. We present at Freshworks a unified customer record. We help businesses get a 360-degree view of their customers. So that is really the differentiator. And also, when it comes to engaging with customers, we help businesses automate and engage with their customers through digital channels as well, like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or Instagram, in addition to traditional channels like phone and email and chat.
You talked about how you moved the company to the US, and you're not alone. In fact, we're seeing quite a number of Indian companies basing themselves in the US. Is it really about serving your global customers? Is there more to it?
I think it's a combination of factors. One is you want to be in the largest market where you want to be closer to customers. Also access to talent pool, like scaling companies from say 300 million to, let's say, if you want to go to $1 billion in 2-3 years or beyond. There are only very few companies in the world who have done that, and most of the talent is available in Silicon Valley. So you want access to those people who understand those playbooks, who have not only seen scale, but also the velocity. So that is an important reason for us to have access to those leadership talent who can take us through that journey.
Girish, before we let you go, you've talked about how you're exploring IPO options. Where are you on that? Realistically, when can we expect it?
So I think at this point, as I told you, we have the scale and growth, and we have all our options open. We don't need the capital, but at some point, we will try and access the public markets. We are not rushing into it. And we are exploring all the options available on the table, whether it's an IPO or a direct listing or just continuing to run the company and not focus on it. So I think we will take a call. We don't have a definitive timeline yet, but not needing the money is a great place to be in.